Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take you out on my boat and show you guys how to troll for trout. Generally, how to understand how I do my setups and everything about catching trout this time of the year. And then I'm gonna do another video on how I set up my downriggers, how I stack them, how I do my setbacks, and everything that you're gonna have to know to catch fish. So don't miss the videos coming up, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Always do a comment because I check them all the time, and then that way they'll understand whether you guys are liking my videos. So thanks for watching. I'm out here trolling. We're in a reservoir up here in the Motherlode country, and I'm actually trout fishing. And they did these trout plants earlier in the year, and I like to wait a little while till the fish get acclimated to the lake. So here I'm trolling, I'm down on the deep end of the lake. I'm right by the dam, and these fish are suspended. You know, I'm grafting them anywhere from on the surface down to about 25, 30 feet. And I like to come after these kind of fish because the fish have been acclimated to the water, and they're actually a lot better eating. There's a couple ways I go after them. One, I'll put a rod out and I'll do a lot of top lining using a Rapala, something in a size 7 where it's only going to go down about maybe 5 feet. And then I have downriggers. So downriggers are a must because it's a controlled depth. So wherever I'm marking the fish, I could put the downrigger down there. I also see where my downrigger ball is on the meter, so I know exactly where I'm at. So fishing with a downrigger, controlled depth. I do some top lining. I have double rods on this downrigger, and I have one set at 20 and another one's 15 feet up higher. So you can put them wherever you want. So one of them's only like maybe 10 feet down. But this is a very exciting way to catch trout, and they make good table fare. So what I'm going to do is I want to go over some of the things that I do to produce more fish and get more bites. One of the things is lure choices, as far as colors, how I pick my colors. And that depends on whether I have a ripple on the water, I have a calm day, how clear the water is, and those are how I pick my colors on my baits. As far as like clear water, bright sunny day, you want to use something that's silver, that has more reflection to it. Then on a cloudier day, then I'll go to more of the golds and that type of things. Some of the baits I'm using, you know, when I'm trout trolling have been speedy shiners and Rapalas, those type of baits. And one of the things that's really important is getting your speeds right. So just if you look at the back of the package, some of them will tell you some of the speeds that are the best for their baits. So speedy shiners and Rapalas, you want to be somewhere around 2.5 to 3 mile an hour. So I know that I need to be going around 2.5 to 3 mile an hour to get the best beneficial out of those baits. Then there's all kinds of things that come in play. You have line, how heavy your line. The heavier the line, the more buoyant it's going to hold it to the surface. I don't use braid, I use fluorocarbon coated or monofilament line. So your line plays a big part of it. How far you have it set back. How do I know how far I'm going to put it back? Usually if I'm trolling with electric motor, I don't have to go back as far. But if I'm using my outboard like we were in this video, I set it back further just to get away from the fish, because the fish are anywhere from 1 feet, maybe down to 25, 30 feet. So if they're on the surface and you go over the top of them, they're going to go away. You're not going to catch them. So put your line back further. Put it back as far as 100, 120 feet on a lot of times. When I'm top lining, I'm usually always 100 feet back. When I set it on a downrigger, you're going to see me stacking. So the bottom one and the distance I put in between. So if I'm marking fish on my electronics and I see them at 30 feet, I'll put my downrigger at 30. But the top one, I might put 20 feet above it. So when I let it down, I'm only 10 feet on the top line. So you can, by stacking it, choose your depth of water. That's why your downriggers is all about controlled depth. And one of the things that I've also noticed is that when you have windy conditions, they seem to bite better. So one of the things is when fish look up, they don't have eyelids, so that bright light and clear water bothers them. So if you put a ripple on the water, then it's like putting a shade over the top, so that you'll get more action and more hits. And then I always switching up lures. You'll see me trolling for sometimes 10-15 minutes. I don't get bit, I'll take it off and put something else on. And I always choose colors to adapt to the clarity of the water, ripple on the surface, and water temperature. So I know that trout like cooler temperatures, so you know when the water's 48 to 52, they're usually on the top of the water column. Then when it starts heating up, they go down. So those are the things that you'll learn in time.
And do you set the hook, and do you reel down and set? And do you reel fast to the boat, and do you stop the motor?
Once I see a fish, I think I got a bite, I'll take the rod off the downrigger. I got one right now. Oh, he got off. I got him. Fish on. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. Here. Oh, fish on. Got a nice one. Oh, look at that. This is a big one. Look at that thing. Ah! Fish on. Got one on the downrigger on the bottom in 32 feet of water. Let's see what I got here. Feels good. So when you're bringing these up, you don't want to horse them. You don't take the motor out of gear. I'm still trolling. Oh, nice one. Double. Nice one. I don't even see my line. You see yours?
Swim into the boat. Ooh, he's right here.
Oh yeah. We got a double here. Get the net.
Coming in.
Okay.
This one.
Where is it?
Shoes on downrigger. No! Yeah.
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 Loosen the line, loosen the line.
No, just drop him
Loosen
in.
the line. No, you're going to break my tip.
Oh. Okay, drop him in so I can get yours.
Chaos here. We got a double. Okay. Oh, this is a big one.
Oh, shoot. Okay, number 2.
A big one. This is a big one. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
it's a fatty.
That's a big one.
That's
Oh,
a
he
big
came off.
Just in time. Oh my God, he's huge though.
He's nice.
Look at him. Look at this thicky.
That's a big one.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a
We've been
5-pounder.
Been waiting for you. Look at him. God, that's more than 5.
Yeah, that's big.
That is a big boy. Where'd you get him on?
Speedy shiner.
And how are you getting him?
Trolling 2.5 miles an hour, 30 feet down. Nice fish.
Let's say you're going to a brand new lake. How do you locate the fish? And the
So
second
one of the ways that when I'm going to a lake and I'm going after a species like trout, where do I go? Well, there's 2 factors. One of them that, these are trout that have been planted, so usually I'll look for the plants and see, but normally when I go to a lake, if I didn't know, probably my first spot would be the dam. It's the deepest part of the lake, and trout like that, so I'll usually go to the dam and try there. And then the other place I would go is where the river that feeds the lake. So I would head up to the opposite end of the dam where the water starts coming into the lake, and those would be my 2 places of choice. So the first thing I do is when I come to a lake is I make sure my fish finders are on. And I use the depth in automatic so I can see the whole water column from the top to the bottom of the depth I'm in. Once I locate where all the bait fish or where the trout are, wherever I can see them on the meter, then I'm gonna go and adjust my meter so I open it up. So say I see the fish at 20 feet. So I'm gonna put my top at 0 for the surface and then maybe 30 feet on the bottom. So I open the window so I could see a better picture of what I'm going after. And as far as my fish finder, that's everything. It tells me everything that I'm going to do that day. So I'll use my fish finder to try to locate bait or locate the fish, and then I know exactly where to set it. So if I'm marking trout, schools of trout in 30 feet of water, I'm going to set my downriggers right at, I'm going to probably set one at 35 and one at 30. So I'm right around in that area where they're at.
How do you know you got a bite?
Okay, once you get everything set up, so I have my top line out, I have my downriggers all set up, everything's going right, I'm just trolling along. Pay attention to the tips. So you watch the tip of the rod, and usually if you're just pulling lures like this, you're not going to see any movement. So you're going along and all of a sudden you watch your rod on the downrigger and you'll just see it go like this. And what it is, a lot of times them trout will come up behind it, grab your lure and just go with you. So once in a while they'll tug like this because maybe they feel those hooks going in them, but they don't take it off the downrigger clip. So go over there, grab the rod, pop it off the clip, and usually I feel it and you'll feel the weight on there, and then give it a good yank and reel it in. You don't have to set the hook like a maniac like I do down the delta. There, when they hit it, when you're going 2.5 miles an hour, just give it a little jerk. The top lining rod, 99% of the time, it just flattens out because there's nothing, no clip, no nothing, and when they grab it, the rod just goes down. After you set the hook on these things, just keep going the same speed you are. Just bring them in, trolling at 2.5 miles an hour. Just bring them in, because a lot of times you'll be bringing them in and another rod will go off. Many a times we hook two at once. So never shut your motor down, just bring them in, take your time and bring them in.
And do you reel fast or slow? Because you're already going, the boat's already pulling them in, so if you reel fast, you can break them off.
So anytime you're trolling and you hook a fish and you get them hooked on, you're going the same trolling speed, just take your time. And then a lot of times you feel resistant and them shaking their heads, just hold it, don't reel, and then just wait till they calm down and then bring them in. They'll just come right in as the boat pushes them. But when they start turning and start yanking, just don't reel, just wait. And then as soon as they stop jerking their heads, then just bring them in. And they just come in just like a rocket. They actually look like they're swimming right toward your boat. And scoop them up.
I know the boat's just going to go in there. Oops.
You're not coming off. Keep going. We've worked hard for you. Gorgeous. Oh, he jumped off!
Oh my God!
What happened?
Oh my God! It bounced off!
Oh, he jumped off!
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.